Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I am going to show you how I do my normal base, face, and brow and contour routine. Basically just kind of all the stuff that's pretty much the same on a day-to-day basis. This is basically what my face looks like before I do like my eyes and my lipstick. I am just going to do like the foundation part, the brows, and the contour. I'm not doing anything about like highlighting or blush or eyes or lips or anything like that, because for me all of that changes on a day-to-day basis. And yes, I know these brows are really strong, but that's, you know, I just like a good strong brow. So I'm just going to talk through everything that I normally do. I'll tell you why I do it. And anyway, let's just get started. So I'm first going to start off with this NYX Angel Veil primer. It's really good if you have combo to oily skin, and it's about $15, so it's on the higher end of drugstore prices. But if you like the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, this is a lot cheaper than that, even though it's on the more expensive side. And I'm just gonna rub that into my face. It just creates a very like nice smoothing blurred effect on my face. I have a little bit of under eye circles. They're not as bad as they used to be, but just to, you know, make sure that they're all gone once I put the foundation on, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Creamy Concealer in Corrective Yellow. This is like $1, and you don't need a lot. You just take a little bit and just tap it on like that. Smooth it out as such. So for my foundation, I'm gonna use this Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. This is my holy grail. It's really good for combo to oily skin, and if you really like full coverage foundation like I do. I've had a history of just like a lot of not very good skin. My skin has obviously gotten a lot better, but this is just, you know, kind of a good standby for me. And I have it in the shade Light 48 because I have light skin, obviously, and I have neutral undertones despite what the sunburntiness that is perpetually on my cheeks will tell you. And I'm gonna use this EcoTools Custom Coverage Buffing Brush. It's a really nice alternative to all of the expensive like Sigma and just all of the big brands that are just like a nice flat top brush. So anyone will do, I just really like this one. You start off by applying that to the nose and cheeks area, and you just kind of buff it out from there, and that's what gives it a more natural-ish effect when you give the most coverage in the center of your face. And I also kind of like to take it over my lips just because that it gives a better base for when I apply lipstick. And onto my forehead. Even if you have bangs, you should probably put some foundation on your forehead and blend it up to the hairline too. On your ears if you're really feeling it. Kylie Jenner markets this as ear contouring, but like literally just put some foundation on your ears so that they match. And you can just blend that onto your neck too. For my concealer, I use this NYX HD Liquid Concealer in the shade 02 Fair. This is about a lighter shade, one shade lighter than what my foundation color is. So it's really good to brighten up the under eyes. So I'm just going to do that in a triangle shape like that underneath my eyes. And I will blend it in using the same brush as I did my foundation. And you can see kind of how much like lighter and brighter that makes my eyes look. It makes me look more awake. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of baking just to set my under eye area. I'm gonna use this Kat Von D Lock-It Brightening Powder in Petal. And I just have a tiny little triangle sponge just because I feel as though like they're cheap, they're, you know, pretty precise. You don't need some big fancy beauty blender in order to bake your face. That just means getting a lot of powder up on the sponge and patting it under your eye like that. And so I'm just gonna let that set there for a while. So I'm going to do a little bit of contour just because I always do a tiny bit of contour on a regular basis. I'm going to use this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I use this middle shade during the summer because I feel as though it's like that's a good about 2 shades darker than my normal skin tone. And I love this Wet n Wild contour brush, which you can tell is very, very, very well loved and very much in need of a good washing. But I like it because it's stiff enough to give you the right shape that you need, but also is flexible enough for you to be able to blend it out and not have to use like a separate brush. So I'm just gonna take that underneath my cheekbones right through there. You can kind of just feel with your hands where the hollows of your cheeks are. And always bring it back to the hairline too, and don't bring it so far. Like, give yourself about 3 fingers of distance between where your contour ends and where your mouth begins, just because, you know, you don't want to give yourself like a weird mustachy type effect or like Joker contour, ultimate clown contour right there, because you just have the, you know. And once I apply it, I apply it like this, and then I blend it with that direction, just because that helps it, you know, blend together and move up a little bit. So this is a colorful hair thing. You should generally, like when you dye your hair a certain color, you should generally get a brow product that is about the same tone as your hair color, like the same depth and darkness of it, while simultaneously, like not necessarily being that exact color. I know I matched my brows to my hair when I had the teal, but you know, this purple is a little bit harder for me to find in an eyeshadow or brow color. So I'm gonna use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in dark brown, and I'm gonna take that on an It Cosmetics little angled brush right there. And you just need to take a little bit on the tip there and start at the bottom, start by doing a straight line. And just kind of brush it up like that. And then you do the same along the top line of the back half. And this is all just like dependent upon the shape of your brows too. And mine are naturally pretty thick. I just need to, you know, fix up the color to match the rest of my hair. And sometimes you mess up like I just literally did right there. And so obviously these brows aren't perfect. Obviously I messed up right there. And you know, you can always use a little bit of a brow highlight to just like underneath your brow bone to get the whole eye look started. So I'm going to use this Hard Candy Glamouflage concealer. I have this in the shade something fair, like my other concealer, but I like this one for this purpose because it's a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of that on the back of my hand, just one tiny drop, and I'm going to use this to clean up the under brow area. Just taking this little like flat edge pencil brush and bringing it under the brows like that. And this is also pretty thick, so it can cover up whatever mistakes you make, or if you have any like stray hairs going on, because I haven't had my brows done in a while. And I just tap this in to blend it in. You can kind of see that it's gonna be a little bit lighter than your foundation, but that's okay. And now I'm gonna zoom you out and finish up my face. And now I just use this Real Techniques face brush to just dust off all of the extra powder there. And now my face is free for me to do whatever eye and lip look I wish to do today. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And I will see you on my next one. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye!